1, 2, 3, action. Okay, what is up guys? Farhan here with Zah once again, and today we have our brother here, Joel. How are you, man?
Good,
thank you for coming out. And for Joel, this is a very special review because he actually has 3 bikes. And we're going to review all 3. So this is the first bike we're going to review, the Honda Phantom. And Zah, I have to say, this bike, last time when I first got my license, this was very common on the road.
Yeah, I agree with that. That time I got my license in 2005. Back in 2002, when I was still during my NS, I had a friend. He bought this Phantom cash, you know. He paid 6,000. Back then it was 6,000. He paid 6,000 cash. He bought the Phantom first hand and was like, wow, so nice, you know. I really wanted to get one of these bike if I had a license at that time.
Okay, so before Joel tells the story about his Phantom, I'm gonna give a bit of background about it. The Honda Phantom TA200 is a single-cylinder retro-American cruiser-inspired bike made in Thailand. It was known as the TA Shadow in Australia. Production of the Phantom ended on 3rd March 2010. Engine is a 196.9cc 4-stroke air-cooled single-cylinder SOHC with a carburetor fuel system and a 6-speed manual transmission. The Phantom was once a popular staple of Singaporean roads due to it being one of the few cruiser-inspired bikes available for 2B license. Okay, so Joel, I understand that you actually share this bike with your dad.
Yeah, but I'm the sole rider now. He's not been riding it for 3 years already.
Oh, I see, 3 years already. And then, how to say, you got it at that time when you got this bike, the COE was $1.
Yeah, was $1. Then my dad complained after the 10th year when he renewed. He complained, why the COE now $1,000? And then he complained. Then like he was thinking, I think he was thinking whether to renew or not. Then after he went up to 1.2. Then he's like, no choice. He want to use it as a daily rider at that time. Then he renewed for 1.2. He was complaining, and now you know the COE price is.
Yeah. I bet he will be like, oh, lucky I renewed 1,002.
Yeah.
That time when you bought it was how long ago?
Wow, I have no idea. We had it in my family since the bike was about 3 years old. So
and how old are you now?
I think so. 3 years also. Maybe the bike is 18 and a half, going to 19.
Oh, okay.
It should be more than that now.
Wow. So it should be about 15 years in the family already.
Wow.
This bike. And almost 20 years, the mileage is about 56,000 only.
Wow, that's really, my bike is already 55,000, you know.
Yeah, and it's only been 3 years, right?
Not even 2 years yet. No.
Actually, when I took over from my dad 3 years ago, the mileage was only 30,000.
Okay.
So I put in about 26,000 on the.
So you use this as for delivery or go to work or what?
Usually go to work or grocery shopping. I bring my cat around. I got cat, so then can put a lot of things inside. It's very utilitarian. There's like 3 boxes, all raincoats and helmets put behind, and groceries everywhere. So it's very easy to ride, very convenient.
I see. So this Honda Phantom, sorry to say, it has a reputation for being an apek bike.
It is an apek bike, definitely.
Apek bike. This is a cool bike, you know. Last time before became an apek bike, we was like, I always wanted to become like those, you know Awi from Awi Wings. He always ride the Harley Davidson. You know, I always wanted to look like him. You know, so I see the Phantom as
an alternative.
Yes.
And also one more scene during Terminator, when Terminator just came out from the strip club. He was also riding somewhat of a Harley bike.
Why do you still keep it in the family?
I've never heard of a bike being kept in the family before. This is my first time actually.
From the father down to the son,
and then eventually your son.
I was actually planning to. Okay, never mind. That will be for the bike. But this one, I think because it's growing up, my dad always bring me around on his bike for weekend trips, and then furthermore, the maintenance is very low cost. Every time I service is about $26. That's about it. Nothing, no oil filter, no coolant. It runs very well. Mileage is low. So I thought if I sell it at a market rate, which is not a lot for Phantom, Phantom's not expensive, but all the other Phantoms, the mileage is a lot higher. So I thought the mileage is all lower. The bike is very well taken care of. And it's a bit waste to sell it lah. But no point now because now any is gonna cow the bike, so can't keep it anymore after.
So this will be a family heirloom lah.
Of course we were hoping to keep it for past longer lah. But
change to classic car plate
I don't even think must qualify. Must be 30 years and above.
30 years
It's only gonna reach 20 years, so I keep it for 10 years lay up.
Oh, sayang ah.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, sucks. Then I don't know whether the engine will run by then. I don't even know if I can ride.
But so far, throughout in the family, has it been very problematic?
No, zero, absolutely zero problems.
Seriously,
Zero problem, huh?
Zero problems. Starts on the first try every time. Even after multiple accidents on his bike.
Wow. Okay.
The crash bar saved the bike lah, but the bike is so solid, I tell you, because it's, I don't know, I think it's made in Japan at the time, I don't know. So even after the accident, on the spot, you can just pick up the bike and start and go. The bike is that solid. Yeah, so only thing I think the Phantom, maybe across the board for all Phantoms, is the handling not that good. Because it's very heavy at the back.
Okay.
And there's no ABS. So a lot of the times the accident happens because when you jam the brake too hard, the front wheel lock up, and because the weight's all the back, the front wheel just...
I see.
This bike definitely lacks the technology lah.
Yeah,
like bikes today, got ABS, got traction control. This one, zero lah.
Zero lah.
How's the mileage and fuel consumption for the Phantom?
Now, considering that this bike doesn't have a fuel gauge.
Yeah, that's the...
There's no fuel gauge.
There's no fuel gauge.
Oh my gosh, I just realized that.
This is the stock meter, the original meter.
What, seriously?
Yeah, no fuel gauge.
So how do you actually guess and...
That's a good question. Because I asked my dad the first time I took over the bike. He was like, you feel the tank lah when you shake the bike. It's light, means no fuel lah. Or normally what I'll do is I open the cap, I just shake the bike a bit, see how much fuel comes out a bit. But other than that, I've been stranded maybe once or twice, ran out of fuel. But then you switch to reserve here lah, so you just
okay.
reserve probably 20 click max.
So from your experience, how far can you ride on a fuel tank?
I have no idea. Seriously, I have no idea.
Because there is no meter to measure the distance also.
I don't even know if this is accurate.
That's a good one.
Seriously,
okay. This meter is about 10 kilometers per hour faster than what it should be. So I rode beside another bike. So we were doing 90, but the meter show here 100.
Okay.
So, but I don't know how. Usually 1 week of going to the office every day, maybe once a week.
So once a week you will pump?
Maybe about between 200 to 250 kilometers per tank.
Okay.
So just now you spoke about when you ride next to a bike, this thing is like 10 kilometers slower, is it?
Faster.
Faster, is it?
The meter shows faster lah.
The meter shows faster lah. So in terms of performance, how is it? Acceleration, handling?
I think it's one of the slowest accelerating 2B bikes. I mean, it's a 200cc bike with probably 14 horsepower, I think. Much less than most 2B bikes. And the weight is very heavy.
It's bulky. It's bulky.
I mean, when you sit on it, heavier than most, I would say one of the heaviest 2B bikes. So, fuel consumption, of course, not the best. Acceleration, not the best. But it is handling.
Can you corner?
No way. You will hit the pegs very, very, very easily. And it's a bit scary lah, cause you corner a bit only the thing will scrape really.
But does it vibrate a lot?
I think with most 2B bikes, the Duke also, at 100 to 110 it vibrates a lot. The moment you touch 120 on the meter here, but it's actually only 110 lah. Vibration smooths out by itself. So it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird in its way, but you want no vibration, very smooth cruising, maybe on the meter there, maybe about 80.
I see.
It's not a very fast bike lah.
But it's very nice for cruise down the highway lah.
Yeah, the gear change is very nice.
Given its weight lah.
Given its weight, it's very, the wind blows, it's still very stable. So.
Is the engine hot?
No, it's not at all. It's so good because you ride start-stop traffic all the time. If you do deliveries, right, you don't feel the heat at all. It's an excellent bike to ride around. Yeah.
Interesting thing to note, in Thailand, this bike is being used as part of the police bike.
I cannot believe it lah. But in US they use Harleys lah. So I think Thailand is a compromise lah. Okay, so Joel, we have seen the accessories on this bike, side boxes, crash bar, and I especially like this
This Tasmanian Devil.
Tasmanian Devil.
It's this was added by my dad. Added this. He thought it looked cool lah. Yeah.
In terms of accessories, like how to say parts and accessories for the Honda Phantom, is there any?
I think going to run out already because
given this bike
it's phasing out. You see less and less of this bike on the road.
Yes.
But I think crash bars all these still available. I think mirrors all these are normal. Boxes are standard lah.
Yeah.
But if you want like the bling bling kind of stuff, I think you need to order from Thailand. You probably need to order from Thailand.
I see.
Lucky your dad never put 8 bars.
Oh no, I wouldn't have ridden it. Yeah.
I know. I've seen some Phantoms. They customize using with the 8 bars. You know. It's
It's very customizable lah. But by the past inspection, I don't know lah. So aside from that, not much accessories. Most of what you see here is stock. It came from the factory. Most of it lah. Things that wear out, probably the headlights not original from Thailand lah, because the headlights spoiled already. So side mirrors, the blinker lights fell off because vibrate a lot. It just fell off the years, so we had to replace it. And you can see some black tape.
Well, black tape also,
I mean, what do you expect? It's an already old bike.
It's an old bike.
It's a 20-old bike.
Yeah, but it still runs very well. Yeah, like clockwork. Starts on the first time, gear change smooth.
I guess it's because of its mechanical nature lah.
Yeah, it's a very simple engine.
There's no electronics, nothing lah. That's why I think it runs smooth lah.
Yep.
Nowadays bikes are packed with technology, electronics, and everything. That's why I think, sorry to say lah, I don't know, maybe when the bikes first came out with the electronics, there was a lot of issues.
I have to agree. Nowadays with the onslaught of electronics on the bike, you cannot ascertain what is actually wrong when the bike do not start. Is it the electronic issue or mechanical issue? So with a mechanical bike, you know, you hear the sound of the engine, you already know, oh, okay, this one must be something got to do with the piston or maybe crankshaft, you know.
Even your IU also original,
but because of the accident, you can see it cracked, but it still works.
It still works.
It still works.
Still works. Yeah.
Still works. It cracked. You can see it cracked, and then wires exposed. This thing doesn't really work, but you can't really see the value of your cash card, but it still works fine.
You know, I heard they want to come out with a new gen IU. So it's like back to the big size again.
Yeah,
but by the time they come out with the new generation of IUs, this one will be already
phased out.
Phased out.
Are you sentimental about this bike?
Yes, very. Yes, it's damages, scratches, and all that, but I think it served the family very well. There's no complaints, doesn't break down. Even though we had accidents with the bike, it still served us really well.
It's a Honda. Reliability.
Bulletproof engine.
Reliability.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. When with my Vespa, when I had to scrap my Vespa, I was really emotional. You know.
I don't know what will happen when the day comes I have to scrap this thing, cause I can feel you. So it's gonna be quite emotional day lah.
Speaking of scrap, right? Does this qualify for the NEA rebate?
Yes.
Oh, 3K lah.
3.5 lah. 3.5.
This should raise it higher, 4,000.
4,000. This is a legend, yeah.
No, 4,000 because why? Eventually, the down payment and the insurance, blah blah blah. That's enough.
Yeah. And this is like, how to say, early 2000s relic, you know.
2002. 2002 bike.
2000s relic. So
2002 bike.
You won't see it on the roads anymore, lah. That's all I got to say, lah.
I think it's one of the nicer sounding 2B bikes. Because there's no Euro.
I have to agree.
It's not bad.
So Phantom riders out there, if you have anything else to comment about this bike, you know,
if you once ride a Phantom also,
lah. And then okay lah. We know that this bike will not be around any longer.
So class 2B riders won't get a chance to ride it lah.
Yeah. So if you have anything, any comments to put, just put in the comments section below.
You know, maybe it sparks memories in your head or something.
Yes. Do like and subscribe our videos and share it with your riding kakis.
And many riders want to review their bikes with us. Do get in touch with us. And we will see you in the next video where Joel shows his second bike.